Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Do fans of Sister Wives witness Cody making fun of Logan at Garrison's funeral? At Garrison's burial, did Sister Wives actress Cody Brown make fun of his eldest son, Logan Brown? It appears that fans think the ex-polygamist ignored Logan at a crucial and poignant time. What then took place? For further information, continue reading. Was Logan dissected by Cody at Garrison's funeral? As the Browns were ready to say goodbye to Garrison Brown, the last 3 Sister Wives episodes were heartbreaking. He committed suicide in March 2024, and his death was publicly publicized more than a year later. To bury Garrison beside his grandparents, the family journeyed to Wyoming. The Poly family had been estranged for a long time, thus it was an extremely emotional period. Reuniting amid such a terrible period was therefore a double-edged sword. Garrison's urn was driven to Wyoming by Cody and Robin Brown. Cody was also the one who dug his son's grave at the cemetery. Viewers found it to be a really strange and unpleasant moment. However, when it came time to bury Garrison's urn, the anxiety truly increased. He had dug a grave to put it in, and Cody was sitting on the side. Logan Brown, his eldest son, was standing beside his mother, Janelle Brown, trying to comfort her. Logan immediately offered to help Cody when he was having trouble getting out of his chair, but his father dismissed his offer. Although one fan mistook Logan for Gabe, the sentiment is still the same. The better man is Logan. Logan Brown's willingness to support his father regardless of his feelings made it clear that he was the superior guy. The former Sister Wives star was Cody Brown's kid at the time, so he didn't care if he was mentioned. Just like he always has, he wanted to be there when they were grieving. Since Janelle left for work at dawn, Logan got up early to prepare his siblings' breakfast. Commenters expressed how much Cody's actions toward Logan enraged them. Since it was Logan, I became aware of how terrible the situation is between him and the OG-13. He couldn't even help him out of the cemetery of another son by holding Logan's hand? I agree. He's always competing with Janelle's boys. SMH, he couldn't even say, "Sure, son, thanks for the offer." Logan is the bigger man. Additionally, it was seen that Cody failed to console any of his kids when they were obviously inconsolable. Sister Wives, when his son Garrison dies, Cody Brown loses it. Sister Wives' most recent episodes were incredibly sad as we watched the family cope with Garrison Brown's untimely passing. Fans are now able to observe how Cody Brown and Janelle Brown handled the grief of their son's suicide in 2024. The loss is devastating for Janelle and Cody, who buried their baby in Wyoming. And it's evident as they try their hardest to cope with the grieving process. In spite of everything, the show emphasizes how much they all loved Garrison and how each person grieves in their own unique way. And Cody was devastated by the loss. Sister Wives actress Cody Brown was deeply affected by Garrison Brown's passing. The patriarch disclosed that he had anxiety attacks while dealing with crippling waves of grief. You experience grief in waves. In an open examination of his grief following Garrison's suicide, Cody said, "When it hits me, I can't run from it. Garrison was just 25. If I cry it out, or if I sob it out, I can cut it short, but when that wave comes, I cannot prevent it from affecting me," Cody continued in a vulnerable gesture. "The first person to hold him was me. My son is this. He was rocked to sleep by me. I go through this phase of grief." Cody is already grieving the loss of his baby, but he is also overcome with regret about all the other outcomes. Before Garrison passed away, the father and son were at odds, and now Cody regrets not talking to him more and questions whether things would have turned out differently if he had taken a different course of action. Cody said, "It will sometimes overcome me out of the blue. Like an anxiety attack of some sort. I have a strong, overpowering sensation that I won't see him ever again. Many things remain unspoken and unfinished. I'll never stop wondering what might have been in the future." Every member of the Brown family is paying tribute to Garrison in their own unique way, despite the difficult journey. On social media, Janelle frequently pays homage to her son by posting tidbits of information about his life. In honor of Garrison's passion for animals, Sister Wives viewers even made a donation to an animal sanctuary. Sister Wives, it's extremely emotional. Cody accepts permission to dig Garrison's grave. Cody found a unique method to pay tribute to his late son Garrison in the most recent Sister Wives episode. His son committed himself by shooting himself while he was just 25 years old. The whole family was shocked by his passing and is still unsure of what went wrong. For the first time, Cody broke down and acknowledged his shortcomings. In order to mend his relationship with Garrison, he wanted he could spend more time with his son. Cody made the decision to act independently in the most recent episode. The sexton, who often digs graves for people, spoke with him. Cody stated that he wished to honor his son's life by excavating his grave. Even Cody broke down in tears, as it was a really emotional time. Sister Wives, Cody sobs while discussing Garrison's death. One of the most devastating events in life is witnessing a loved one pass away. Although Cody from Sister Wives has always been incredibly resilient, he became really sad after his kid died. Cody sobbed as he disclosed that he was unable to come to terms with the death of his son. Grief comes to him in waves, he added. For him, it becomes really overpowering. Cody went on to say that while he was negotiating the overpowering waves following the death of his son, he had his first anxiety attack. He lacked emotional self-control and was susceptible. Sister Wives, Garrison's grave will be dug by Cody. In the most recent episode, Cody wants to honor his son Garrison in a special way. His son abruptly committed suicide, leaving him shocked. In the most recent episode, he decided to take matters into his own hands because this was a major setback for the entire family. The loss was being lamented by all of them. Cody revealed that he spoke with the sexton of the cemetery, who typically excavates the graves. The patriarch of Sister Wives told the cameras that he wished to obtain permission. Cody wanted to obtain official approval in order to excavate his son's grave. He doesn't know what that would mean to him, but it seemed like a very emotional moment. Cody wasn't the only one. Scott, his brother, and Tim, his brother-in-law, were with him. He went on to say that they were both a part of the core group that helped Garrison grow up. The urn containing Garrison's remains was not brought by Cody. It would have been beneficial for him to know the grave's precise dimensions, but the father mentioned that his son-in-law Mitch was creating something new and that he was unsure of its final appearance. Cody clarified that he is doing everything in his power to honor his son. In addition, he has never done this before, and it is his method of grieving in addition to paying respect. Janelle disclosed that she approved of Cody's suggestion to dig the burial. She finds it poetic and symbolic. It was deeply emotional for him, Cody said. His eyes were even watering as he spoke of his son, Garrison. The tragedy of Garrison Brown's untimely passing in March 2024 sent shockwaves through the Sister Wives fanbase and deeply fractured family. As the Brown family reunited to lay Garrison to rest in Wyoming, what should have been a moment of healing turned into another point of contention. Among the many heartbreaking scenes in the funeral episodes, fans latched onto one specific, painfully awkward moment between Cody Brown and his eldest son, Logan Brown. What appeared to be a small interaction, Logan offering his father a hand to rise from beside the grave, only to be ignored, has now ignited a storm of commentary. Was this a father's grief, misread by cameras and viewers alike? Or did Cody Brown, even in mourning, take a moment to diss his son? Fans overwhelmingly feel it was the latter, adding another layer to the complex family dynamics that have captivated TLC viewers for over a decade. This essay dives deep into that moment, unpacking what happened, how it reflects the evolution of Cody's relationship with Logan and his other children, and what fans are saying about the disturbing distance between Cody and the children from his marriages to Janelle, Christine, and Mary Brown. A brief history of Logan and Cody's relationship. To understand the emotional weight behind this perceived snub, one must look back at the father-son relationship between Cody and Logan. As the eldest of Cody's 18 children, Logan Brown has long been seen as the third parent to his siblings. He grew up quickly, taking on responsibilities far beyond his years as his mother, Janelle, worked full-time, and Cody juggled life with multiple wives and children. Logan often stepped in as a caretaker and leader among his siblings. He cooked, managed chores, and offered emotional support in a chaotic home that rarely prioritized stability or routine. Fans saw Logan as steady, grounded, and mature. He wasn't interested in the spotlight and exited the series quietly, carving out a successful life with his partner, Michelle Petty. Yet despite all of this, Logan seemed to receive little in the way of paternal warmth or recognition from Cody. His emotional detachment from the family patriarch became more evident with each season. Logan never publicly lashed out but distanced himself from the chaos, which many interpreted as a silent but damning commentary on Cody's leadership and fatherhood. Garrison's funeral, a family in crisis. The tragic passing of Garrison Brown was the ultimate emotional reckoning for the Brown family. Garrison, who had publicly clashed with Cody during the COVID-19 pandemic over visitation rules and perceived favoritism toward Robin's family, had become deeply estranged from his father in the years leading up to his death. His suicide shook the family to its core, and as fans saw on Sister Wives, it forced some of the Browns to be in the same space for the first time in years. In a surprising and, for many, unsettling moment, it was Cody and Robin who transported Garrison's urn to Wyoming. Cody even dug his son's grave himself, a choice that felt performative to some viewers and deeply personal to others. It was an intensely somber moment, captured by TLC cameras with raw, unfiltered emotion. But while the act of digging the grave might have seemed like a father's attempt at connection or penance, the subsequent interaction with Logan, an ignored gesture during one of life's heaviest moments, left many viewers shocked and upset. The graveyard moment, Logan offers a hand, Cody refuses. As the family gathered around the grave to place Garrison's urn in the ground, Cody crouched or sat beside the burial spot. Logan, standing nearby with his arm around his grieving mother Janelle, noticed that his father seemed to struggle getting up. In what many fans saw as a respectful, mature, and compassionate gesture, Logan extended his hand to help his father rise. Cody appeared to reject the offer. There was no acknowledgement, no eye contact, no gratitude. He simply pulled himself up without Logan's help, seemingly unwilling to accept the support. This brief exchange, or lack thereof, was not lost on the Sister Wives fandom. Screenshots and clips of the moment were instantly dissected across social media, Reddit, and YouTube fan forums. To some, this wasn't just about a father turning down help, it was symbolic of years of emotional neglect, favoritism, and a breakdown in Cody's relationships with his older children. Fan reactions, Logan is the bigger man. The response to the interaction was swift and emotional. Fans took to Reddit and Twitter to share their heartbreak and frustration. Comments included: Logan is the bigger man. Offering to help his dad at the grave, and Cody couldn't even acknowledge him. Even in death, Cody can't let go of his ego. He couldn't take Logan's hand? That's your son. Logan didn't make this about him. He never does. That man has always been more of a father than Cody ever was. Some fans mistakenly thought Gabe had offered the hand, which speaks to how interchangeable the pain and disconnect have become among Janelle's sons. Whether it was Logan or Gabe, viewers saw the same pattern, Cody shutting down and shutting out the children who once depended on him most. Another user commented, "This made me realize how bad things really are between Cody and the OG-13. He couldn't even take Logan's hand so he could help him out of his other son's grave? Grief or grudge?" Interpreting Cody's behavior. There's a counterpoint worth exploring. Was Cody's apparent rejection of Logan's help a deliberate slight, or a product of being overwhelmed by grief? Grief can make people act in irrational, defensive, or even cold ways. Cody was burying his son, arguably the worst pain a parent can experience. Perhaps he wasn't thinking clearly. Maybe he didn't even register Logan's gesture. But for many fans, this doesn't excuse a pattern of behavior they've witnessed for years. Cody's track record with Janelle's and Christine's sons, particularly Garrison, Gabe, and Paydon, has been fraught with rejection, control, and favoritism. Viewers have seen him praise Robin's children while alienating others, especially during the pandemic years. So while grief might explain the moment, it doesn't erase years of emotional distance and dysfunction. The funeral scene was simply a magnified version of what many fans believe is Cody's consistent disregard for the emotional needs of his older sons. A pattern of favoritism, Robin's children versus the others. Throughout the past several seasons, one of the most persistent critiques of Kody Brown has been his clear favoritism toward Robin Brown and her children. Whether it was the disproportionate time spent with them during COVID-19,